I'm one of the few people that believe that not everyone should have the right or the privilege to bring children into this world. Wait, Dante, how could you say that? Everyone should have the right and the privilege to bring children into this world. It's such a blessing. Well, yeah, you and I both understand the blessing that it is to be able to bring children into this world, and also the level of responsibility that comes with bringing children into this world. Unfortunately, every day we hear stories about parents who put their children in danger or have them living in inhumane conditions. And today I'm going to talk about the couple in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, who left their children inside of a storage unit.
6 children found padlocked inside a storage unit in Milwaukee.
Yeah, this is a heartbreaking reality. The new images behind us really showing those conditions. Investigators describe them as horrific. Within the hour, the mother and father now charged, appearing in court.
On Tuesday, September 16th, about 1:30 a.m., police officers responded to the StoreSafe facility, which is a storage facility out in Milwaukee, on reports of hearing a child crying inside of a locked storage unit. Someone was there at the storage facility to retrieve maybe items from their storage unit. And as they were leaving the unit, they heard a baby crying from one of the storage units. So, of course, immediately they contacted police and let them know that they heard a baby crying inside one of the storage units.
Police are on scene requesting a forced entry. They believe a baby is locked in one of the storage lockers.
Inside, 6 kids, the youngest 2 months old and the oldest just 9. Officers say the children appeared to be asleep. The 5-year-old telling a detective, "We're not supposed to be loud." Photos from inside show the cramped quarters, a twin mattress and a beat-up sofa. Investigators also photographed a bucket used as a toilet. Detectives describing the smell in the unit as so putrid they could not remain inside, even with the garage door open. A criminal complaint charges parents, Charles Dupriest and A'ja Zielinski, with multiple counts of child neglect. Investigators found the parents sleeping in a Ford Expedition in the parking lot with their dog. One of the children told police she was upset the dog got to sleep in the car, while she and her siblings slept in the unit.
The dog had the back row all to himself as these children slept in a locked storage container with one twin mattress on the floor.
There was no food. The kids had to use a bucket as a toilet. One of the children, the oldest child, expressed to the police that when they wanted to eat, they had to eat from a garbage can, from food that was thrown in the garbage. The parents had a dog also, and the parents slept in the parking garage of the storage facility, and the dog slept in the car with them. So you had your children sleeping in a storage facility, and you had a dog sleeping in the car with you. Let's get to some of the things that are being reported that was inside of the storage unit as well. They said the unit was in disarray. The smell was putrid. There was a sectional couch and a twin mattress on which 3 of the children slept. The mattress had no bed sheet. So you got your kids sleeping on just raw mattress, bed bugs possibly. This is a storage unit we're talking about, right? There was boxes of chips, milk, and a case of soda. There was no lights, no electricity, or running water. So the kids are in there in the dark. All they probably saw was the light coming from under the storage unit from the hallway. Did you imagine? A StoreSafe employee provided surveillance video to the police showing the defendants dropping the children off at the storage unit. And he also recalled seeing a twin-size bed inside of the unit. He reported the issue to management, who issued an eviction notice for the unit. So my thing is, this should have been probably reported a lot sooner. The person that was going there to retrieve their item from the storage unit shouldn't have been the one to call 911. So the mom told police that she had been struggling to secure housing for years. She had recently been kicked out of a homeless shelter. She had admitted the children had been sleeping in the storage unit for about 1.5 months. So they've been sleeping in these conditions for damn near 2 months, peeing in a bucket, sleeping in darkness. Crazy. So you got your kids locked in a storage facility with no light, no electricity. What if there was like some sort of emergency? How would they get out of there? They're essentially trapped inside of the storage unit. So the police ended up interviewing the children, and of course the older child was probably the one that could communicate the best. And he told police that the parents would smoke inside of the unit and inside of the SUV. He made mention about the firearm that the father had got caught with. And he also mentioned to the police that the dad was pretty much whooping them occasionally, everyone except the 2-month-old, of course. Police also spoke to a family member who communicated to the police that had they known that they were in such dire straits, the children could have actually came and stayed with them. So at this time, the mother was actually issued a $5,000 cash bond, which she was able to make. So she's waiting for her next court date. The father, on the other hand, they initially gave him a $10,000 cash bond, but the judge, based on the circumstances, kind of increased the cash bond to $20,000. So he's currently still incarcerated. So this is my thoughts, right? So the father was getting about $2,000 a month in Social Security. They were also getting food stamps. They had family members that the children could have gone and stayed with. This is inexcusable. And I know a lot of people have pride when it comes to falling on hard times and this, that, and the third. But when there's children involved, you got to put your pride to the side. You got to put your pride to the side and do what you have to do to make sure that those kids are in the best possible situation, because one of them kids could have died in that storage unit. It sounds like there may have been some substance abuse involved that hasn't been reported yet, but it's giving all of the signs. This is why some people take issue with those that receive government assistance, because they abuse the system, and the people that actually do need the assistance and need the help, they're not able to receive it because you get people like this who abuse the system and use it negatively. I don't ever like to see families being broken up like that, but there are cases and cases like this where those kids need to be in a better situation because they don't deserve this. They didn't ask to be here. I wish more people would take into consideration their current living situation, their financial status, all of these things before bringing children into this world. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think, man. Hopefully those children are placed in a more stable environment. Those parents get the punishment that they deserve. And this could be a cautionary tale for people who are considering having children in the future, man. Till next time, peace.